Started. Welcome in, everyone. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured stream here on the Meet Me and Plenty of Fish app. This is season 3, episode 14, and I have none other than Big Rose, who just entered the building like a boss. Welcome in, Big Rose. We are getting ready to start our show, and we are so happy and blessed and grateful to have you guys here. If you are new to my stream, warm welcome in. Please feel free to hit my name, hit that favorite button. And when I stream again, you will get a notification to come through and come hang with us. All right. So we're going to start first with, as we always start, with a little bit of a guided meditation. It is midweek Wednesday. Lots of drama, lots of stuff going on. Is it the weekend yet? We're hoping. So let's try to bring in, hi, Graceful. Let's try to bring in those weekend vibes with a little bit of self centering in this moment. All right. So I have my little singing bowl. So if you will entertain me, just close your eyes, sit quietly, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Now, I know you can hear my singing bowls, so I just want you to close your eyes for a minute and focus on your breathing. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and just breathe. Inhale all the positive energy around you. Exhale all the negative stuff within you. Let the universe take it away, right? Nice deep breath in and exhale. All right. Let's bring our hands together and greet each other with a namaste. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Uma, and I am your hostess right now with the Uma's Lotus Lounge featured stream here on the app. I like to do affirmations after my guided meditation because I like to put people in a positive place. you know, Live streaming is an interesting thing. We get to meet so many people from all over the world. And a lot of times it's easy to lose sight of the fact that everyone is fighting their own quiet, silent battles. So, our topic today with the beautiful Big Rose streamer here on the app, he will be discussing self care and streaming because that is what our focus is on today, making sure that everybody is okay in their own world, in their own right. So, we're going to be filling this episode today with lots of positive things, meditation, affirmations, and of course, at the end of the show, free readings. I just want to remind you guys whoever is my number one gifter for the stream will get an extra special reading at the end of the stream. And if we manage to hit our 50K goal for the stream, everyone will get a second special message as well. All right. So, welcome in, everybody. Happy to have you guys here. We're going to first start off by giving gifts because I love to give gifts. Gifts, receiving gifts, hint, hint, and giving gifts is my love language. So, please put a one in the comments if you would like your affirmation of the day. Now, affirmation of the day is not a psychic reading, it's just a word, a positive word spoken over you to make you feel better, because who doesn't like to feel better? Thank you, Graceful. Graceful, today you are committed. Your faith in your journey is stronger than your doubts and fears. Candy, you are open. Your higher guidance communicates with you through ideas, and you stay open to receiving messages everywhere. King Steve, you are balanced. You listen to yourself and honor all your needs. Pocahontas, you are inspired. Your voice, words, and ideas matter. The world needs the magic inside of you. Anomaly, you are ready. Your intuition is guiding you. Trust your decisions. Night Owl, you are resilient. Failures do not define you, they fuel your growth. Welcome in, everyone. This is the Uma's Lotus Lounge episode featured stream here on the Meet Me and POF app. If you'd like an affirmation, feel free to put a 1 in the comments. Welcome in. And if you're new, please feel free to hit my name, hit that favorite button, and come on back later tonight at 8 p.m. when I have Wellness Wednesday, where I will be talking to streamer Aphrodisiac about LGBTQ rights. Okay, thank you for that fave. Hi, BN, welcome in. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some more affirmations. BN, your affirmation is you are grounded. You are connected to the clearest, highest vibrations of love in the universe. Eli, you are enough. You release the burden of shame, guilt, self-hate, and self-judgment. Hi, Robin. Thank you for the gifts. Robin, you are generous. Yes, you are. You stay open to receiving good and generously giving good. Welcome in, everyone. This is my featured show. And right now we are doing affirmations. Feel free to put a 1 in the comments if you would like a gift from me. I love to give gifts. I like to receive gifts too. So please put a 1 in the comments and let me pull your affirmation of the day. All right, I got Kyle. I see you, Kyle. Kyle, you are aligned. Today, you choose to release all beliefs, people, and energies that no longer serve your highest and greatest good. Buddha, you are courageous. You have the power to create anything you desire in your life. Aphrodisiac, you are motivated. You trust that you know what is best for you. Hi, sweetie. Pie, is it? Welcome in. You are present. Today, pay close attention to the ideas that flow to you. Did I get everyone? Did everyone get a card? Yes, no, maybe. All right, well, we're going to move on because we have a very special guest in the building. His name is Big Rosé. He's a streamer here on the app, and he'll be coming in the box at 4:30 to talk about self-care and streaming. So for now, I want to read to you my blog of the week. Now, it's interesting. Every time I come across a week, I'm like, what am I going to write about this week? And interestingly enough, Spirit gives me messages to write on. Okay. So, what we had was a situation in my household where, let's just say, stuff from my past came back up. And as traumatic as it was healing because it gave me a chance to share that moment with my children and for them to learn a little bit something about myself. So, I want to read to you my blog. And my blog is The Greatest Gift I Gave My Kids. How many parents do we have in here? I'm just kind of curious. Put a 1 in the comments if you're a parent to a daughter, a son, they, a pet mommy, a pet daddy, right? Okay, so hopefully you guys like my blog and tell me what you think after. This week, I was reminded of how precious life has been with my children. Lizzie, welcome in. Sorry, guys, I got to give my girl Lizzie her affirmation of the day. Lizzie, you are committed. Your faith in the journey is stronger than your doubts and fears. Welcome in, Top Badge Lizzie Mars. Don't forget to hit the fave on Top Badge Lizzie Mars. Okay, so here's my blog. The greatest gift I gave my kids. This week, I was reminded of how precious life has been with my children. They truly are the apple of my eyes, and my life has been insanely blessed because of them. I adore my kids. Can you tell? I've been in a reminiscing mood because recently I had an incident in my household that kind of shook our foundation. Oh, not mine, but the foundation of my kids, I meant. Recently, my children were exposed to the cruelty of their grandfather. It shocked them because they couldn't believe this beloved person could be so hateful. I was sorry, not sorry that he was exposed, but sorry that my children had to experience the deep emotion of disappointment. Well, we as parents are the bringer of experiences, are we not? What I perceived as a cruelty was in fact a kindness because it came attached with the gift of a lesson. The lesson, which was quite simply trust what you feel despite what others do. See, my children knew a little bit about my estrangement from my parents, but they never really knew why. By them having to experience what I routinely was used to experiencing as a child, gave them a newfound perception of family dynamics and ultimately made them understand their mom more. A truly bonding experience, all thanks to my father. Some who know my story have sympathized with me, and I appreciate that. I am ready to close the doors on the past, though, because in my children, my future is looking brighter. The way my child handled the situation made me proud. He knew his ethics and morals and understood what felt right to him. I told him that was the only way to go. You have to trust what you feel despite what others do. This was his first lesson in manipulation, and I'm glad I was there to explain it to him. This week, I feel grateful for the good and bad experiences that make up my life. I'm appreciative of the people who bring me both pleasure and pain. It is in the duality that I found my peace and my path. Stay true to yourself and don't be swayed by others. So I wrote this blog because we had a situation where um, my parent was cruel to my son, and it was an opening experience, not for me because I'm used to that, but it was an opening experience for my child because he was trying so hard to understand how this person he loves could be this way. And this was a great chance for me to teach him on the art of manipulation. Now, the thing is that all of us have experienced some form of manipulation, right? Put a one in the comments if you've ever been manipulated before. Put a two in the comments if you've ever been manipulated by family members. Put a three in the comments if you can completely understand me because you've been manipulated by a parent, right? So these things, we can look at it as a bad thing and we can experience it as a bad thing, or we can choose to rise above this situation. I'm not going to lie to you and say that it didn't hurt. I got over it. I woke up to this text from my son that was distressed, and it hurt. It hurt me not because of what my father did or said, but because of seeing my child hurt. You as a parent, if you're out there, you understand, and maybe non-parents, you can understand that. When your person, your child, that person that you made with tender, loving care is feeling some sort of emotion that's not a happy emotion, you're going to always feel responsible, no matter how old they get. And it was a reminder to me as a parent that I cannot protect my children from everything in this world, right? How many of you feel that way? It almost makes you feel defenseless, right? Because we love these little beings with all our heart. We would die for them, but it can't take away the pain of a heartbreak. It can't take away the pain of disappointment when others let them down. It can't even take away the physical pain if they're going through something, a tummy ache, a toothache, right? It hurts more than if it would have happened to ourselves. So today, it's been a little trying day for Uma because it did take me out seeing my child hurt, seeing his text to me about what this meant for him, how he was processing it. But the only thing I can say is what keeps me going is that my children are so strong and they so beautifully understand these lessons that I rarely have to tell them the meaning of the lesson. I have my youngest son home and he was talking about the incident with me, and he had such clear perception on what was going on. And he even mentioned an earlier situation a few months ago concerning his grandmother. And I like that because it shows me that he's paying attention and he's aware. In life, there's a lot of us that are just loving and caring and just want the best for everyone, right? Put a one in the comments if that's you. I know that's me. I come on here, I show love every day to you guys. I show love in my household. I show love in my friend groups. I show love with my clients at my wellness center. And we never seem to ask for it for ourselves. Do you notice that? We're quite content giving it to other people, but do you know that also is a sign of trauma? Our need to over care for other people, take care of other people, honor other people's boundaries instead of honoring our own. These are all signs of ill health, right? Dis-ease. Because if we are really whole and we are really healthy and well, we would be selfish. We would take care of ourselves first, right? What did they say in the plane? You got to put the mask on you first to get oxygen before you can put it on your child or anyone else you're traveling with. You have to, by nature, by law, take care of yourself first before you take care of others. But so many of us are traumatized because we did not receive adequate amounts of love when we were growing up. And most of us have had narcissistic parents that required us to take care of them and their needs as opposed to our needs. How selfish do we have to be before we turn the page in this book and just give love freely? What would it cost us to give love freely? Right. Graceful said, being selfish is not bad, as most have been made to believe. Being selfish is good because that shows self-love. I look at my young child, he's a Virgo, and he has so much self-love, and I love it because I wish at his age I had that amount of self-love. He knows when he needs to rest. He knows when he needs to eat. He knows when he needs to play. He self-regulates himself. And I say to myself, that is the greatest gift I have given my children. The freedom to be themselves and the freedom to love themselves unmatched. How many of you could say you had that growing up? Or were you always talked down to? Were you always belittled? Were you always told you're not good enough? You're not worthy enough, right? And how much of us have spent our lives just seeking love, seeking approval? And then what happens when you come out in the dating world with that energy? You attract what you're craving, but a condensed negative form of it. You're needy, you're in love, you're thirsty for love because you didn't have it growing up. And then you attract someone to you that takes all your love, but they don't replenish you. My suggestion is simple. Love yourself and demand the people around you love you as hard as you love yourself. Because if you can do that, then you require people to step up. And let me tell you something about that. The people that love you will, because they can't imagine life without you. And they will do whatever is necessary to step up to your standards. They won't see your boundaries as walls or barriers. They see your boundaries as a letter of intent. I intend to spend my life with you, and this is what I need to feel comfortable. It is a discussion. It is not a militia overtake over control. It is a discussion. So people who love you will stay in your life and they'll want to meet those boundaries and rise above it. The people who were only in it for their gain will leave quickly. Just listen. Welcome in, everyone. We are doing some deep dive talks tonight in the Lotus Lounge. Welcome to Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured stream here on the Meet Me and Plenty of Fish app. And we are getting ready to welcome in a very special guest. Today's guest is Big Rosé, not the little one. Rosé has been on streams as a streamer for about 3 years now. And I've had the pleasure of knowing him his entire 3 year stint as a streamer, because not only is Rosé a fellow streamer like me and a friend, he is also my partner. And we live together and we are very happy in the streaming community and being one of the popular streaming couples here on the app. Today I chose Rosé for the guest because going back to this idea that we need self care, we need to take care of ourselves first. And Rosé is one of the few people I've met in my life that has, like my son, extremely good self care energy. So I'm going to pick his brain and ask him a couple of questions about his self care routines, to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how you can get started on learning to love yourself and also honor yourself within your streaming career or your streaming hobby, whichever it is for you. So if you guys can please put a round of applause in the comments. If you want to spam the clapping hand emojis, if you want to spam his emoji, which is the champagne bottle, champagne popping like a rosé, please feel free to put those in the comments. And appreciate you guys being here. Welcome in Umabi's hubby, Big Rosé.
Yo, what's Gucci?
Hello.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Good afternoon. Ooh, a lot of weather.
Were you eating, sir?
Nah, I was just actually, I just put some coconut oil in my bed. I just got out the shower and stuff. I finished eating food. Yeah. What's up?
I know. Well, welcome in, Rose. I know it's kind of awkward, you and me talking here on stream when we could just, go down the stairs and talk to each other face to face, but we'll make this work. Before we start asking you questions about this topic today, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your streaming
Uh,
background?
my name Rose, Big Rose, whole that
Could you,
E
by the way, sit to the other side? Because my box is blocking you.
Mm.
That,
Like
there you go.
this.
Yeah, I think
And
you guys could see him, right? Yeah.
my name is Big Rose, not the little one. Hold the E down when you spell my name, please. Um, Basically, man, I stream. I've been streaming. We'll say November, like the Thanksgiving, it'll be 3 years, so we'll bring that up. And it's been good, man. What's up, Hoochie Daddy? It's been good. Like it's an outlet, and then you get to meet people. And my streams, I play music, so it's always like a cool vibe, like not too much pressure, not not too much pressure, and sometimes a lot of pressure, because I be banging out them tracks, and that's really it. I like to do karaoke, or trivia some nights, and just vibe out, man. I feel like it's so much pressure. Sometimes you just want to come and listen to some music. That's about it.
Well, Do you feel that's part of your personal self-care routine is just like listening to music?
Yeah, I personally think when I'm listening to music, it's like all my thoughts are slowed down. For some reason, I don't know. I told my therapist this too. It's like as I think because I have control over what I'm playing, and most of the music I listen to, I actually know. And as some of the music is, we would say in my culture, tabanka. As tabanka is like a feeling you get when you hear a song, and you get like a photographic memory or something. So that's what music does to me. And I think music is an international friendship. Like I ain't gotta speak your language, but we could be somewhere jamming to the same music. That's friendship, basically.
What would your culture be when with the word tabanca?
That's like Trinidadian West Indian. It's called tabanka. Excuse me. I was eating. Let me just say
So, what tips do you have for self-care? If there's people in here who are like, "What is self-care? What are you talking about?" What tips do you have about giving yourself self-care?
I'm sorry. Well, basically, I would tell y'all something that y'all might not want to hear. Y'all gotta stop putting so much stock into people on the app. Like really and truly, like because shit, I bet excuse my language, I bet a lot of people and they're not what they seem when you meet up with them. And then that's kind of a big disappointment. Plus, what else you can do is when you turn this off, turn it off, period. Like don't be looking at TMZ, streamers TMZ. Leave all that alone, man. Like you understand, you can't be because it's like you giving the app the power over you instead of having power over the app. Like sometimes I come on and I play music, pulse. I play music and I come on and nobody be in my stream sometimes, but I don't care because like I said, it's part of my self care. Y'all may look at me as streaming. Part of my self care is listening to music. So while I'm sitting and listening to music, I'm actually caring for myself, no matter how loud, how obnoxious I may be sometimes, how wild. But we all be having a good time. So that's how I keep it. Other things is sometimes take a break, man. Like I've been on the app 3 years. I took several breaks. At the end of the day, you still gotta experience life because what do streamers talk about? The stuff in the house all day? If you're not experiencing life, like, come on. I'm just saying. And that's just my view on things. Also, like I said, when you stop putting in stock, like you see, I'm doing Uber show right now, right? Shout outs to Uber. I know if I have something, Uber's gonna come to my show. You understand what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's okay to say no to other shows that you feel they're not gonna come back because then you start feeling the way. When you have an auction, if you ever do get an auction, don't expect nothing. Just go in. These is things that you could just to protect your emotions.
Wait, so
Cause
you're speeding through it like a whole list of things. Let me try to reel it back in and follow you correctly. So, one of the tips you said is don't put too much stock into what other people think,
like
feel
that,
about you, right?
yeah, don't put because everybody turns this camera off, and a lot of people ain't the same. Like that's my opinion. I'm just saying, if you want to self care, you can't really be thinking about this app all day because then it becomes instead of a tool, it becomes a weakness.
Instead of a self-care, it's like a
Yeah,
we care,
it becomes a
right?
weakness.
Like
It is a
what do
weakness.
people care about you?
Like because it's still somewhere where your face is. My phone was in my pocket, and then you came on through my earbuds. That's
It's
what's
called
up.
self-care
Hearing
for
this
a
voice.
reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So some people will come on the app talk about self care. What are you self caring if you're on the app? You're not by yourself. You're with people.
And
Self
then
care.
another point you brought up, you said that if you do like an auction, you've noticed that the people you support in their auctions, they don't come back to your auctions. So that made you realize, like, okay, I don't
Mm,
need to mess with these people. So that's
I
like
didn't.
putting up boundaries. Would you say
I didn't.
boundaries are a
I
part of
didn't say all
self-care?
that. I said that's a. I corrected you. I said, wait, if you're going to do an auction, which is a anxious thing, people have all kind of anxieties and all kind of fears. If you're going to do that, the best way to go into that, I ain't saying nobody. You ain't have to be though. You ain't have to go to support them. Don't expect nothing, because at the end of the day, nobody owes you anything. Exactly. So whatever you get, so if you go without expectations and say you get 50,000, you like, wow. Instead of it being a bad thing, it becomes a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you go and say, oh, I'm gonna get 250K, and then you wind up getting 20K, you're gonna be disappointed, and you don't need that. So that's what
Now,
I be telling people.
outside of streaming self-care, which you've mentioned you take time off, what's the longest break you've taken from the app?
I don't know, probably like 3 months, maybe the longest. Maybe 3 months straight.
And how did you know it was time to come back?
I don't know what it's just I have a feeling. It's not something that I could just point. It's a feeling. It's I had to finish go through what I had to go through. Cause my app is about my streams is about energy. And I can't stream if I don't have the energy. So therefore, once I had that energy again, we ready to go. It's like they charged me up. They're like, yo, Rose, you ready? I was like, yeah, man, let's go. And that was it. Thank you.
So, and guys, these questions you might think I'm leading him, but I know his life because I'm his partner. So, I'm gonna, lead him with these questions to give you a better idea of why he's so good about his self care. Is it true, sir, that there is a day you take for self care for yourself to just be by yourself and get yourself together? Could you tell us a little bit about why that's needed and why it's important?
Yeah, no, someday, well, it hasn't been a schedules, but it used to be like on a Thursday. Borat was Gucci. It used to be like on a Thursday, but I used to just take the day because at the end of the day, I'm a Libra, and my I don't know if anybody has Libra friends, but our brains just don't shut up. So sometimes I gotta just close everything off. Yeah, you feel me? Like I gotta sit down and just be quiet, and then my therapist also told me I need a self care day because I work. I'm a father to 4 kids. But right now, 2 kids is I'm around two. My son is going to the Navy and my daughter is growing up, right? So right now, the 2 kids that live with me, I'm in their lives very heavy. So I gotta pick up, do things I gotta do. So some days, you just want a day to sit back and, play some PlayStation. Or, just listen to some music. Watch It Is What It Is. Or some of the podcasts I like, stuff like that.
Would you say that that's healthy, spending like alone time and especially in
Yeah,
relationships too, right?
yeah, let me tell you something. You gotta spend alone time because you gotta have something else to talk about besides y'all two together. So like you understand, like going somewhere, twin, going somewhere, you understand, going somewhere by yourself. Like you see you go out, right? You go to the spa. And I'll be home by myself. That's my good time. I'll be chilling. Like I don't gotta hear, baby, what we doing? I don't gotta hear that. I ain't gotta hear the little half breeds. You feel me? So I just be there and I'll be like, yes, it's called tranquility. I'll be just sitting there, feet all up, spliff in the hand. And I don't get them days all the time, but
This
when
is a
I
featured
do,
show, sir. This is a
what
featured
is
show.
nothing wrong if I say I have a spliff? I'm not smoking right now. This is conversation. Spliff is not a curse.
Just kidding.
Right. I'm
Welcome
just
in,
letting you know
everyone.
what it
This is
is.
Uma's Lotus Lounge, a featured stream here on the app. We have Big Rose in the box talking about self-care and streaming.
Yeah.
So you gave some pretty good tips, right? You need to have like a day to yourself. You need some time to decompress. Music is a great option for self-care. Also, following your own thought pattern, not believing what other people feel or say, and going with what they're thinking. Is there anything else you want to mention about self care and possibly streaming?
Man, I'm gonna give y'all a tip that we use in my therapy. It's one of my tools I use called Q-tip. Quit taking it personal. Everything ain't about you. Like just uh, some people go through things, and that's a tip. Other tips is try not to get mad over stuff you can't control. A lot of people get mad over things that you don't even know you can't control until you sit down, break it down, and then you realize, yo, why was I mad at that for? Like you understand. So just and what I tell you, find something you like to do by yourself without nobody. You could be sitting and it's just still. You could be just sitting still for like 20 minutes because sometimes the best self-reflection is when you by yourself. You don't need nobody, just silence. So then you'll think about your mistakes, your mishaps, and all these kind of things. So, this is the most y'all gonna get out of me for the rest of the week. Y'all better be glad Uma got me talking these last couple of days, right? Because we
You
all
and
what y'all.
Caramel, we're excited to see you and Caramel restart the Libra Lounge. We're definitely a big fan of the Libra Lounge.
Listen, it's ghetto
So
in there.
before I let you go, thank you so much for being my special guest today. What is the best piece of advice you've been given in life that you heard that just stayed with you today? And if you could tell us who gave you that advice.
Well, right now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's okay being mad, but learn how to process and respond instead of react. That's what me and my therapist was talking about like 3 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best thing I could give y'all people out here. And I'm telling you, I'm a hood ninja, right? Listen, we gotta
Welcome.
make it fun. I can't. Let me tell you something, right? Shout outs to the Lotus Lounge family, but then y'all making this like it's a 50, 60 minutes. Like it was. Thank you for. Nah, thank you for having me. Yeah, learn to respond instead of react. You see, graceful. Like I'm a whole like. I'm like a savant. Like this is getting scary out here. Like what I be learning and my self control now is crazy.
I think
Yeah,
that is
listen.
the biggest, right, Lizzie? Lizzie's like, oh gosh, here we go. I think self control is like the biggest gift we can give ourselves, honestly. Because when you learn to respond instead of react, the whole world opens up to you. But you
Yeah,
don't
for
get
real.
those options if you're reacting all the time. You really don't. So thank you, Rose, for being in the box. I'll let you jump out. If you guys want to hit Rose with that fave, he does stream daily, usually in the mornings and the evenings. So hit him with that
Deuces.
fave.
Yo, listen. I just want to say one thing before I go. Y'all got karaoke this Saturday. I know it's a feature
Oh,
thing, but
yes,
look,
please promote. I
I
see
got
that Afro 50K away. That's a carpet away from
I
19.6. We're
got,
so
and
excited.
she's 50K away. Yes, favor me. Thank you, Twin. Rose, yo, let me tell you, this is how presidents talk. Vote for me, Rose for president. I'm gonna make America fascinating again. Fascinating again. Thank you. See you later. Rose for 2024. See you later.
I can't with you. I can't. Welcome in, everybody. That was Big Rose. Let's welcome in everybody again. We're coming down to the end of my show, Uma's Lotus Lounge, a featured stream here on the Meet Me on Plenty of Fish app. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording on YouTube. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can join me here on the Plenty of Fish app. Just download Plenty of Fish to your phone, come to the live stream section, search my name, UmaB1111. Click favorite, and the next time I stream, you will get an invitation to come and join me, and you could be right here in the streams with me. But I'm going to end the recording for YouTube because we are getting ready to do personal readings for everybody in this stream, and we're going to try to have a little bit of privacy on this social media app. So thank you for joining us.